how to win pretty much any challenging conflict or communication situation that you're in. So I am a curriculum developer by trade. I'm a qualified teacher trainer and curriculum developer. And in my 20 years of doing that job, I have been able to work on creating educational programs for all kinds of businesses and all kinds of people, including universities, colleges, registered training organizations, and very high profile individuals who are globally leading experts in their field. And I have learned some of the most incredible stuff you could possibly ever imagine. One of them being this was probably back in around 2019. It was just before COVID, I think. I got a contract with a former senior level, high ranking FBI negotiator who at that point had retired but was working in the private practice and consulting space, consulting back to police forces and secret service agencies, training their forces on high level negotiation. And one of the coolest things about this particular contract that I had is basically I got handed over about 30 years worth of this person's resources, training, research, actual negotiation transcripts, some interviews that he had done, like recorded in a not negotiation situation. And my job was to go through all of that years and years and years worth of content and break it up into a curriculum and then form this person's course from it that is now used to this day in the most incredible situations. What I learned from this was just literally unbelievable. But one of the takeaways that I got was there was a lot of research that this person had put together and a lot of training he had where he had talked about the plays and the maneuvers that create either an escalating situation or what place certain people at an advantage and therefore a higher statistically likelihood of actually winning or coming out with the most favorable outcome in any negotiation situation. And what he said was that whoever goes first usually loses. And so what this person basically went on to describe is how in any kind of conflict situation, any kind of negotiation situation, any kind of difficult communication situation, when you shut up and withhold your desire to speak, withhold your desire to be right, withhold your desire to defend yourself, to speak your truth, to let everyone know that you're right and they're wrong, or whatever it is you feel you need to say and shout and yell to try to win, the more you shut up and let the other party speak and let the other party blurt out all of their feelings and emotions and ammunition, the more likely you are to win. If you can withhold your emotions and maintain control over your desires and feelings to look right and be right and win the matter and create silence, you create space for other people to have the absolutely almost unignorable urge to fill that silence with their truth. And when you give people the absolutely unreigned place or position to speak, to talk, to share what they're thinking and how they're feeling, you create an opportunity for them to basically show all of their cards, to play all of their chess pieces, and completely show and disarm themselves of their position, their feelings, what's causing and motivating their feelings and their positions. They give away what's important to them. They give away what matters to them. They give away what they're afraid of. And when you have that information, you have every weapon possible to not only detonate them and take them down, but on a positive flip side, to then be able to seek resolution if that is your goal. Now, I'm not saying that either of those approaches is right or wrong. I'm personally a resolution kind of guy, but I understand that in a position where we're talking about conflict and negotiation, everyone's got their different position they want to play. But if you can let the other party speak as much as possible, if you can be patient enough to sit back and be silent and truly deeply listen, you will hear things that absolutely concrete and cement your position of power, to hold all of the cards. Knowledge is power. And to basically, from that point onwards, steer the entire situation into your favor. So the person who cannot control their own emotions usually can't control anything else in their lives either, by the way. They are giving you everything you need. If you can shut down your desire to be right, listen. What's really hurting them? What's really behind them needing to say their piece? What's really causing this? What do they fear that they might be losing? What do they think they might be gaining? They're telling you what's important to them, and that, my friends, is an absolute weapon. Now, use weapons wisely, all right? I want everyone to listen to this with ethics and morals and good practice in mind. Karma is real. Be decent, be nice human beings. But this was something very powerful that I learned from writing this particular course from this incredible expert, who unfortunately I'm not allowed to name because I had to sign an NDA. But this has taught me a lot in life, in positions I've held as an executive director and head of campus of a university, in training management and executive roles in corporate organizations, as a consultant in large organizations, and indeed in my own role as a CEO of my own companies, and as just being a friend, a wife, a mother, being out there in society, in the big bad wide world of everyone having different opinions. It has taught me a lot to stop, pause, yes, feel your feels, but feel your feels in private, and resist the temptation to go, I will not be silenced. In that lack of self-control, you're basically giving your enemies, if I may word it that way, everything they need to completely take you down. So think before you speak. Take time to process before you respond and react. And always do so in the most professional manner you can possibly tap into, and in a way that seeks resolution and fairness for everyone wherever possible. Good luck.